What's going on? Vincent Rapsardi, BigBlueUnbiased.com. With the draft now over, I want to talk about 4 free agents the Giants should consider signing to add depth to their roster. Now, none of these options are exactly going to be Jadeveon Clowney, but they could certainly add value when needed. The first option is Cameron Wake. Now, the Giants recently put the UFA tender on edge rusher Marcus Golden, so there's definitely a chance that Golden might be back with the Giants. But if he's not, Wake could provide them with a legitimate pass rushing option to go along with Kyler Fackrell, O'Shane Ximenez, and Lorenzo Carter. Wake only played 181 pass rushing snaps last year due to injury, but in that limited sample size, he still had 13 pressures and 11 quarterback hits. For reference, Golden had 509 pass rushing snaps last year, 44 quarterback pressures, and 27 quarterback hits. And if you go back to 2018, Wake had 313 pass rushing snaps, 33 quarterback pressures, and 17 quarterback hits. So there is clearly pass rushing value with Cameron Wake. Now, he's obviously not someone you expect to play a high volume of snaps, but when he does get on the field, you can expect him to be an efficient pass rusher. Another option for the Giants is linebacker Darren Lee. Back in 2016, Lee was a first-round pick of the Jets, and while he struggled in pass coverage last year with the Kansas City Chiefs, in 2018 he had 3 interceptions and the 3rd best passer rating among linebackers who had been targeted at least 30 times. Over the last 2 years, recently signed linebacker Blake Martinez has allowed a passer rating over 100 in coverage. Safety Tavon Wilson is another interesting name when it comes to a potential free agent ad for the Giants. While the advanced metrics don't jump off the page for Wilson, he did spend 4 seasons in New England with Joe Judge. And as we've seen with Judge and general manager Dave Gettleman, they rely heavily on their connections. Last year, Wilson played a career-high 840 defensive snaps, and he also has experience at free safety, strong safety, and corner. A player like Wilson could certainly add valuable experience to a young secondary. And the final free agent the Giants should consider is wide receiver Paul Richardson. The Giants are a bit thin at wide receiver right now, especially with Sterling Shepard's concussion history. Now, Richardson has certainly had injuries of his own the last 2 years, which forced the Redskins to release him after signing a $40 million contract prior to the 2018 season. But when healthy, Richardson's a big play receiver. In 2017 with the Seattle Seahawks, Richardson averaged 16 yards per reception, which was good for 9th among wide receivers. And with Shepard and Golden Tate not known to stretch the field, a player like Richardson could add depth behind home run hitting wide receiver Darius Slayton. A move like this is especially important in Jason Garrett's Air Coryell-like offense, where big play wide receivers are heavily valued. So that's all I got. Vincent Rapsardi, BigBlueUnbiased.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Vince Rapsardi. I also have a podcast, the Big Blue Unbiased Podcast, which you can find on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and everywhere else. And if you could subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. Thanks again, Vincent Rapsardi, BigBlueUnbiased.com.